Hi there, Michelle with Crafty Servings. So we're making over a Santa today from Walmart. Now, yesterday or the day before, I saw Yvonne from Southern Designs and Finds post pictures from Walmart that their Christmas stuff is out. And I had to go check ours out. And some of it's out, not all of it. But there was two things actually that really caught my eye. There was an angel, rustic, beautiful angel. I don't have that over here. But I did get one. And then a Santa. So I want to make over the Santa. It's just, let me show you. This is what it is. So we're going to make over the Santa. This reminds me of the candle holders that I got last year. Got really light going on here. Let me see if you can pull me up and see how bad it really looks. And my glasses are totally... Let's go. Yep. All right, I'm here. So this is what we're making over. I have another kit that I'm cutting out today too, a laser kit. I'll show you. It's so pretty. I'm excited for it. So I did the rustic snowman the other day, and I have to paint that. I have to paint it. A lot of times people won't buy until I paint it, and they want to see what it looks like. So I got to paint that on Alive. I'm so happy that I get my comments right away. All right, Rita, thank you so much for the stars. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. You bought it yesterday too? Yeah. Tara, I won't tell nobody. I won't tell nobody. Thank you for passing me on, Susan. So grab your coffee, grab your whatever you got, your mimosas. Whatever you wish. You love Santa. I have that other one that I will be selling that I made over last week, that tall one. And that snowman one too. So I just have to get the guts up and do an auction is what I think I gotta do. Right? I have to get the guts up to do that. I want to figure out Whatnot. How many of you buy on Whatnot, on the Whatnot auctions? I think they come through live on Facebook and they're with Whatnot. I have no idea anything about it. I think it's Whatnot, right? I think that's what it is. You can tell already. Awesome. Hello, Kathy. Hello, hello. And I grabbed these from downstairs. I have a bunch of these cut out. We might paint them and put the glasses on them. It's pretty crooked. So we might make him a rockin' Santa. We'll see. All right, I'll show you the kit first, and then we're gonna do the Santa. I think he's gonna be really pretty. I was debating on something. I think I know what fur I'm going to use. We're using fur on the hat and not the what do you call it? I can't even think of what you call it. We're going to use fur. And a little fur down here. So I don't care about painting this, but we're going to do a red Santa. We're going to get that. Oh, my twins are in a hospital, stroke and worried because she checked herself out. Oh, goodness, Rita. Prayers for your twin. Prayers for you and your twin. Your twins were in hospital. So you're a twin. You're a twin? Is that what you're saying? All right, so this one, let me show you. Let me just show you. I'm not going to do this on a live now. I might do it on a live. I have a snowman one that I want to do, a rustic snowman ornament. I think it's really cute. And like I said, I don't think there's a lot of times people don't buy until I do it on a live so they can show. Good morning, Kathy, your twin. Well, prayers for her. Is that a girl or a boy? So prayers for her, I'm thinking. All right, so it has layers. Look at this. Look at this. I'll put this top layer in. So I'm in the process of cutting them now. They are not in my shop yet. They take a bit to cut, but they're in the process. So I'm hoping to get that out later today. I picture these mostly as stained, like stained different colors. And I have the different colors of stain, the Deco Art stain. There. Is that not the cutest ornament? It's so pretty. So pretty. So that'll be going in my shop later today. In Tennessee. Where are you, Rita? I know I should know this. Well, prayers for your twin. I'm sure you're worried. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I grabbed 2 of them because I did feel I needed to prep it. It's really shiny. And I was afraid of painting it and it not having a good stick to it, okay? Unless you use chalk paint or something like that. You could do a hole over with chalk paint and that probably would help. But I used this Dixie Belle Bounding Gloss. I did that last night. It's supposed to sit for 4 hours after, but I mean, you can dry it up, put it on and dry it up good, like we all do. Hello from Miami, Carrie. Okay, and then I painted it with that bounding gloss, and you can see the shine is gone. There's a couple spots that I noticed that I missed, but it'll be fine. So that's what we're doing. We're going to end up doing sort of a rustic bow down here. He's going to be a rustic Santa. You know I love my rustic. Okay, that was weird. Okay, did somebody there was something out there. It looked like some red, and I thought I had red on his face. Oh no, Sandy. I'm sorry. Our pets are part of our families. They really are. I'm so sorry. So y'all saw what I did with that bird the other day? Well, I don't know if you did or not, but I did a video because the bird hit the window and it was really stunned, but it looked like a wing was maybe broke. It looked like the claws were really curled up. I wasn't sure it was going to make it. My mom always taught me, go out and pet it and go out and do things. I used to you can pick them up in a towel and pet it, but I thought, I'll just let this one and I'll just pet it. And it did end up after, probably, I didn't start videotaping right away either. So I'd say probably even 10 minutes. It finally started perking up and then flew up on a railing. And then I went out 5 minutes later and it was still on the railing and I just let it, but I videotaped it and it flew off. Well, this morning, I feel like I'm a bird person. This morning, all of a sudden I come up from my laser and I come in and I'm hearing this loud pecking. And it sounds like it's in my house. And it sounded like a woodpecker, but it sounded in my house. Well, here my husband had the window open in the other room and we have the crank out. Well, it must have made its way in there. It wasn't cranked very far. It made its way in there and it was trying to peck its way out. It couldn't figure out how to get out. So I had to open the window for that bird too. So I saved another bird. It would have found its way out at a while. All right, so let's, I'm going to put this one down here so he don't fall over. And it's wood. I feel it's wood, okay? I feel it's wood. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. So for the face, I decided we're going to use this almondine. Deco Art almondine. I like doing that with birds. I do like doing that. You're a mice person? Oh no, I can't do that. I was afraid of what I was going to find when I was hearing that before. I thought it was a bird, but it's like, what if it's something bigger that somehow got in here? I was afraid. I was afraid of that. All right, so I'm going to paint the face, this almondine. Get you a little closer here. And I'm using an angle brush. For me, I think you could get away without an angle brush, just a straight brush. But for me, sometimes that helps. He's got really big eyebrows too. The only thing that I'm a little nervous on are the eyes, because they do have to put eyeballs on them. You're overran this year with them? Oh, I can't do mice. I cannot. And spiders. Those are two things I can't handle. I can handle seeing a snake. I can handle holding one as long as somebody else is holding it and I know it's not going to get me. I can touch them. Mouse, no. We did have guinea pigs when the kids were little. We had a guinea pig for the kids. He was really sweet. Okay, I'm getting right up in by the eye there, but not the eyeball. Yeah, Rita. And so I can tell you, I think this was $14 right now. So it's pretty expensive. But if you wait till it's on sale, they only have 4 out. I'm sure in my Walmart, we have not a big Walmart, I'm sure it'll go on sale at a point, but whether or not it's going to be, whether or not you're going to be able to get it then, I don't know. So I just did it. If something you really, really like, I won't wait till it goes on sale. Hobby Lobby, I always wait till it goes on sale. I don't know why. But from Walmart, you just never know. It's going to be so pretty. A small mouse is a rat. Oh, they're just really bad. Hello, Cash. You coming in here? No. Going right up to the eyes. Sure.
You want everything?
Thanks. I'm trying to get the lid. It's really 3D by the eyes too. It is. Oh, that looks really creepy. When we are going to wax it, I feel like I almost should wax it with light wax and then go in with a dark wax because I'm afraid the face is going to get so dark. But I did do them with ones last year. Okay, I'm just trying to get on the eyes here. Had wild raccoons and 2 skunks on the farm I lived. Hello, Adele. Raccoons are cute. I don't think I like, we live in a town. We've had them on a bird feeder. They climb up the 10-foot posts onto our deck at night. We had them on a camera the one night. We don't always have a camera on that, but we did. Sometimes we do. Okay, so there's his face. Pretty. We're gonna let that dry and we'll go, we'll see if I have to put another coat on it. Well, actually, seeing I have it all here, let's just dry it up. I'm using regular acrylic paint, Adele, but I did coat it first with Dixie Belle Bonding Gloss, this whole Santa, because it was very shiny. I actually have two here, so I had one as a show and tell. This is the way you get it. And I was afraid, if you don't use chalk paint on this, I was afraid of it chipping easier, so I just used this Dixie Belle Bonding Gloss. I put that on last night. I just painted a whole coat on. That's why this one is whiter than the other one, is because I used that. He's going to be so pretty even with, so he has all these wrinkles on his face, and using that wax on there. I'm so debating on whether or not I can just put the dark wax on, or if I should do light wax first. I can mix the two. You're welcome. Ooh, a witch head and a lighthouse. So I'm really debating on another fabric creation class. I think it's going to be another snowman, but it's going to be completely different than my other snowman. Because that's what I'm debating. I know snowmen are so popular, and I just feel like I want to do another snowman. And it'll be a completely different pattern than what I've been using. So if you're wondering about the bonding gloss, just look online. I'm trying to think. I'm not even positive where I got it from. If you just Google Dixie Belle Bonding Gloss, it might have been from Milton's daughter that I got it. I'm not positive. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. I appreciate those stars. It might have been from Milton's daughter. But it goes on just like a paint. It's pretty expensive, but when you think about it, it did not use hardly any. That jar is going to last a long time. I've used it a couple times before, not always, but any kind of glass or something like that. If you're afraid that your paint isn't going to adhere to it, then you should maybe use that. Well, I sure hope so, Rita. All right, so do I want to use the honey brown for highlighting? We'll wait with that. Let's go on to the beard. So I have warm white here. I think I'm going to put in some gray right now, though, first. Maybe a little bit darker gray, and then we're going to go into maybe a lighter gray and then the white. Oh, I don't have my garbage here. I'll have a mess by the time I'm done, if I don't have that. Okay, so let's start with this gray here. Do I really want to do that? Thank you, Rita. I love vintage. All right, I'm actually doing a lighter gray. This is slate gray. Put my stuff I have Okay, I think I'm done with that color. Let me put that back. All right, so I'm gonna start with a light gray. Guess who laughed? He was gone with Larry. And then Larry just went to go to the post office. So we're just going to start with that gray, and then we're going to put white on it. There, did you hear him? He was at the farm. That's where he is. I actually really like this as gray, but I think when we age it, I'm going to want it more with white on too. I do really like this though. I'm using a smaller brush and it's just getting in the grooves better. And I just want a really, really light coat of it. Because again, I'm going to go over it some with white. I almost feel like I could water this down a little too. Yeah, just added a little water to my brush just to keep it as a light color. Mustache too. And I'm not worried about on top of right here. That's going to be some fur that I'm going to put on there. Also on there. Get all the little nooks and crannies, just a light coat. And you don't have to do this gray. I just think we're going to see a little of that under the white that I add on. Anybody got plans for the weekend? Yeah, Cash. Yeah, poor baby, huh? Almost done with this gray, and then I'm going to go right into the white. I'll just dry it up a little bit. I do really like that gray. If you go with a different color, or if you don't age it, that gray is really pretty. Hi, Tara. Can you come in here? No, good enough. to use the warm white. This is Deco Art too. All these that I've used so far are Deco Art. But I'm glad you got me live too, Rita. Okay, so I'm going to use a round brush. One of these, I think. And if some of that gray shows through, I'm just adding. We might give it one more coat and it just will give layers. We're just lightening it up a little bit. Good morning, Jane. Thank you, Jackie. I hope you are too. All right. So I will show the original, because I do have another one sitting here throughout while I'm doing this, for the ones that are hopping on late. You know, you could have gone even with a little bit darker gray. And I'm not giving this a gray coat of the white, just you can still see some of the gray in between. Like I said, it's not covering completely. I'm leaving some of that gray peek out. And then we're going to take a darker gray and actually do the highlights or the shadowing underneath the mustache. Good morning, Cece. The baby girl I missed. Okay. Baby girl is entertaining. Oh, awesome, Kathy. Sometime I'll do one where I'll do a supply list. And so if you want to craft along, that means I have to plan though. I'm not a big planner. Especially time-wise of when I'm doing things. Things always don't work out for timing. Isn't that pretty? This is so pretty. Just gonna add a little more up on the eyebrows. We can always add a little more as we go too if we feel it needs it. Okay. You might have to do some housework, Happy. Oh, poor you. Your house probably is never messy. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Lisa from Crafting Closet. You guys check her out. All right. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. Okay. Let's, right away, as long as I'm here, let's do, wait, I've got vintage. Or no, not vintage, it's cotton candy. It's like a vintage pink. We're going to do that on his cheeks. just need a little dab, and we're going to use a little, just a little scrub, a little blending brush. I don't want to do it too hard because I'm afraid that I might lift some of the paint, but I did use, like I said, the bonding gloss. If you don't use that, then just be careful doing this. And you can make it more pronounced by using a little red if you want to. That's really, you can see that. Let's brighten it up a little more yet. So right in the mouth too. Oh gosh, Jane. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I think our son, he for sure had the adenoids out. I don't know that they took the tonsils. Do they have to do both? All right, so we got that. Let's just do a little dry. And then we're gonna start adding some color. We're gonna do some red. We're gonna start doing the red. I'll bet it is, Kathy. I'll bet that's hard. Let's do the red. I think I'm going to do, what color am I going to do down here though? I'm going to do red on his coat. What color am I going to do down here? You guys want to come up with a color for down here? I'm going to use the Tuscan red too. I love the dark red. Oh gosh, Jane, that's crazy. Honestly, I thought I grabbed the Tuscan red. It's lighter on here, but just I'm spreading it out. It's going to take 2 coats. Oh, black would be good. I'm going to be doing black as highlights on this red. That's always my favorite to highlight with on red. And I'm going to use black on the glasses. We're going to see if those glasses look okay on him. Or I could do them gold. Black is a good idea and it covers well. Yeah, it'll just need 2 coats to get to be that dark red. Glass is silver. Alrighty, Jackie, same to you. My mother-in-law and father-in-law did the rosary every day. I could use a bigger brush on this, but these angle brushes just work really good for getting like right up close to where I want to get. So yes, those are geese you hear. We have a lake behind us, a small little lake. That's like right not far from our house here that our neighbor owns, and you can see it from here. And the geese are crazy at this time of year. The birds are just really crazy completely. Okay, I'm not going to paint on here because that is definitely going to be fur. It's from Walmart. They actually have theirs out, some of theirs out. I saw Yvonne from Southern Design and Find had some pictures of things that were at her Walmart. And one of them were these Santas. I knew I had to go get a Santa to do. There was another, it was a rustic angel I have over on my table. That one I would not paint. I would not do anything like that to. I would just add like a bow or something, like lace, like real vintage looking. It's so pretty. It's so rustic looking. So those are the two things that stood out to me. She also had pictures of cardinals, and I didn't see them. And they actually were really pretty ones. Yeah, they've been flying south now for a bit here. Yeah. Do you have like snow geese or something? Is that a thing that stayed up by you? I don't care if I get in on here because that'll be the fur too. This honestly is a pretty easy remake. If you're nervous about remaking things or like, this honestly is not a hard one. We'll see when I get to those eyes though. I do have to put a little black in them. Yeah, you can definitely tell they're working on getting the Christmas out now. Okay, so I'm gonna dry this up a little bit and do another coat of the red. Blue eyes. I was thinking the black circle. And then maybe a little blue. I'd have to go get my blue. I don't want creepy eyes. When you're painting things like that too, your light coats look better. We have had it. Okay, so Larry's dad died 10 years ago, and I think we got it before he moved into the nursing home. So that would have been a year or two in there. So we've had it pretty long. We had it after he moved out of the apartment. It was Larry's mom and dad's clock. And then it actually fell off the wall one time and the glass broke in it. And I don't know, I mean, he must have caught it some. I don't remember how, but the glass broke in it. So the glass has actually been replaced with another piece of glass that is the etching of his mom and dad in. It's really pretty. Okay. And we're just gonna go with just this coat yet, I think. The second coat, because we are gonna wax it too with the dark wax. So I have been on my page since February of 2000, end of February 2019. I started about the same time as many others, and we all supported each other. And now we're just all really busy that we don't always get on our pages, but we love to go out, and also we catch them for a live, or at least part of a live. Like Yvonne was one, Emily from Burlap Kitchen. I think Beth and Randy rekindled Blessings were probably around that time. Trying to think of some of the other ones. Agnes. And I think Labriska was around that time. Amanda from Amanda Made started shortly after that. There weren't a lot on when we started back at that time. But you know who I think a lot of our inspiration was Brooke from Refab. She was almost like the pioneer of it, as far as I felt, from what I saw. And many of us were in her coaching group during that time to help guide us some, figure out what we're supposed to do. And it was her encouragement all the time saying, you have to go live. All of us are like, it was so scary, so scary. Many of us did some major mistakes when we were live on our first lives. Even now we might do some. Ruffled Daisy. I used to do late night all the time, Lisa. That was a long time ago. That makes me happy, Lisa. That just gave me goosebumps. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I could help. And I had a few other people that were staying in touch at that time that were going through things with their family. Some people who were losing their loved ones. And they would say that watching would help them. And that just makes you feel so blessed and lucky, humbled. And we still stay in touch, some of them, because it was just a lot then. It was a lot for them. One of them was so hard. I mean, there were several, honestly. There were some that were recovering from cancer themselves, or a family member, losing family members to that. Thank you, Sandy. Yep, Brooke honestly was the first one, me too. And she was inspiring to so many of us. So many of us. So to me, she was like the pioneer of doing this. And she made herself available. She started the classes. You know, they were paid classes, of course. But, I mean, and look at where she is now. Simply amazing. You know, and some of us want to grow like that, but there's some of us who just, we don't have the time. Like, I don't have the time, you know, with work and all that. And I'm so comfortable where I'm at right now. So comfortable. I don't think I could do anymore. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry, but that's still hard, right? Oh, thank you, Cece. You have been on a long time. Okay. Yeah, it was late night Friday night. I do that a lot. Oh, Rita. I'm sorry. Barb Lewis was at the same time, and she actually was she grew so fast. She was in Brooke's group too. She probably still is in her coaching group. You know, I don't know if she is. That lady grew leaps and bounds right away. She did everything right. She did everything we were taught that a lot of us didn't do. But she was so creative. She had so much. She did lives 7 times a day, 7, 8 times a day, but she has so many ideas and just ideas that people love. She was back at that time too. Yeah. I haven't even seen her for a while. I know she's still out there. I just want to dry this up so I don't get this red on anything else. Oh, I'm sure Rita. Gosh, Rita, you've had a lot to. You know, I can tell you that a lot of the crafters, I mean, sometimes we're in touch with each other, just the things that we've been going through that we don't make public. We would never make public, some of us. You know, and it's okay that some do. That's their choice. There's nothing wrong with that. but we support each other too a lot of times. Extra thick spot right there. All right, we're going to do some of the highlighting now. We'll leave the black till the end. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Let's do, I'm still debating. I don't know. This might be too much. I could do wire glasses too. Oh, that was just from the laser. Still debating if we're going to do that or not. Jane, and that is just, I know, and you guys still go through things, Jane, and I remember Jane, my daughter, and I used to laugh so hard when I did the Magnolia parties. Remember the parties I did, and we played games during them. You were a hoot. You were like hyperventilating. We could tell that through the phone. We could tell you were a hoot. All right, I think we're gonna use this nutmeg brown, or maybe I should go a little lighter. Let's do honey brown, maybe. Let's start with the honey brown. It was fun, wasn't it, Jane? Said you literally were hyperventilating through the phone. You absolutely were. All right, let's just move this water over here closer to me. Okay, I'm just going to try the honey brown. Yeah, I think that'll be dark enough. I'm just doing around the face, and then do around the eyebrows. So blend it out though. Hi, Joyce. So Jackie, did I miss your comment, or am I just not? So prayers, Jackie. I see somebody is praying. Yeah, the parties were fun. Oh, Jackie. Okay, I see part of the comment now. I'm so sorry. Yes, sending prayers. It's absolutely Jackie sending prayers. Okay, let's finish. Oh, that's so hard. I'm just going to do under his eyebrows. I'm not going to do over the top. We're just adding. Maybe on the bottom of the nose. Maybe a little on the bottom of the nose. You're going as a gimpy scarecrow? Is that for Halloween? Is that what you're asking? I can tell you about a scarecrow that my son was. It was funny. It was so funny. Poor guy. Just getting like in by the nose. So, okay, I think that's what you were talking about, is you're going to be a gimpy scarecrow. When our son was he was in grade school, we went to, they belonged to a Catholic school, and I'm just putting a little bit in the crooks of the eyes. You may not see that either because the wax will probably cover that, but just adding that. He went as a scarecrow, and we had a flannel and the jeans. Then we put a broom handle sticking out his shirt. So the poor guy is walking around all night long like this. Cash and Larry is sleeping. And Cash is sleeping. They're both sleeping. Waiting for me to be done, I think. Okay. So, all right, I don't have to do too much more. Let's get some dark gray highlighting, a darker gray underneath the mustache. You have snow, Kathy? Where's for the week outlook? For a week out, 7 days out, we're still expecting in the 70s and sometimes 80s. That's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Just do this crook of his mustache too. Blend it out a little. Oh, no snow yet. Ooh. You will then, though, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay. We'll do a little bit under this hat, but I don't know that we're going to necessarily see it. I'd have to do it pretty wide to see because we're going to be doing fur. So let's just do a little wider. We may not see it, but we'll try. Okay. You said that's not, it's going to be wax, so you're definitely not going to see if it's not completely blended good. It's going to be waxed. All right. I feel like we have to get to the black now, into the eyes. I feel like we have to get to the eyes. Hello, Vicky. Barb, hello, hello. Happy Friday to you too. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little black on for now. So we're gonna do the eyes. You know what I think I'm gonna use is, so I do have that little round stylus. You know what I could use is one of those markers. I don't want it creepy. I was gonna use a stylus and just do a little. This is a little stylus. I could always add some blue. Stylus isn't going to completely work because I have to get down to the eyelid. I have to get down to the eyelid. That's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna take the brush. Otherwise, I could use a marker. I don't want creepy beady eyes, but how is that? Do I want them a little bigger yet? I don't think so. You could use a little marker. I got a little bit of that I have to fix on his head and on his eyelid itself. No, that's not too bad, right? That's not awful. I feel like if I could use a little marker. I think I can make it better with a little marker. I'm just going to grab a little marker. So if you use a marker, you definitely do not want one, or you want one that's waterproof. Okay, you definitely want one that's waterproof. I'm going to use a really tiny one. Yeah, they make me nervous. But I'm going to try and straighten them out a little bit. And you know what? You can always paint white in there again. Just trying to get a good angle here. Okay, and I have to just touch up a little bit. That isn't bad. That's not bad, right? Now, somebody talked about blue. I'm afraid of adding blue. That it's gonna look beady, but do I just try a little touch of blue? Where did my little skinny brush go? special. Can you see where it went? I only have 4 in my water. All right, let's. Oh, here it is. Eyes look good. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm just gonna touch up this a little bit up on here. There. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so let's, while I'm here, let's do some the black highlighting. I'm going to dip a little in the red too. It just seems too. You're going to become a snowbird. There's a lot of snowbirds around here that leave. There's a lot that leave. I don't miss our kids. And going and seeing their things. They're in something year round. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Amanda made. Now, again, I don't know how much of this black you're going to see because of the fur. I'm going to make it a little wider. You may not see any of this. You will see though down on the body though here. Oops. You will see that. But it's not going to be as bright as what it is now just because of the dark max. Oh, he's so cute. I feel like I have to add just a little more cheek. brighter. Once we age it, maybe a little on the tip of his nose too. All right, so let's finish with the black. And I think we're going to be ready to age it, and then we'll put the fur on. Let's do the glasses first. Mm-hmm. Just in case we decide to use them. Oh, but they should be like gold, right? Why am I painting them this color? I can go and get the gold and paint the other side of them. We'll see. We'll see. If we don't like this, we can try the gold on the other side. Okay. Now. You want to see it? Okay, let me just show you the one that I have here that I remade. It was a thrift store remake. So I have that and the snowman here to go. This was the Santa. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. I love doing them. I do. So I used Sherpa for the fur on that one. I couldn't think of that word before. Sherpa. This one we're going to actually use fur. And so we're going to put a rustic bow at the bottom down here. So you won't see all of this. You love the first one? Yeah, that one was really pretty too. Let me know. Send me a private message, Rita. I said, otherwise I just have to get the guts up to do an auction. I don't know why the thought of that makes me so nervous. I don't know why. Confidence? Maybe? Confidence? I don't know. I mean, don't mind going live, but okay. That's looking really pretty. All right, let's dry him up. I think, you know what, we have to put a little bit under his eye. I say you may not see some of it just because of the aging we're going to be doing on him. We're almost ready for the wax now. I'm really debating on whether or not we are going to light wax him first and then dark wax, or I can mix the waxes. I have some greens here. I have some decorations. There's going to be fur. I have some sort of rustic looking snowflakes. I have some red beads that are almost the color of the red that's on here. So we're going to see what we're going to come up with. This has to be really, really dry for me to wax it. Oh my gosh, she was saying, Jane, that sounds amazing. That sounds like so much fun. I've never been to Vegas. I've quite a few places, but I've never been to Vegas. I would go to People Watch. Okay, I think we're almost dry and ready to start waxing. I'm just debating on that face. Though I'm not afraid of the beard darkening at all. I'm so nervous on that face. Do I want to... light wax it first. That's... Okay, I'm gonna try just a little of this up here. I like that. Okay, we're gonna dark wax. This brush is a little stiff, but I broke out a different brush because my other one was getting so bad. Oh yeah, I like this. How's it looking? Look at the difference. Do you like that? I really want to get that down in his eyes too. Up in his nostrils. Let's do one straight away on his hair here. And hair over here. Get out of his nostrils. I don't want all that in there. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Look at him. You want to see the difference from the start? This is what we started with. Look at how pretty he is. Look at how pretty. All right. Now let's work on this beard. Now, I'm not going to do on here just because we're going to add fur on here. The wax I'm using is, this is from Home Depot. It's Behr, B-E-H-R, dark antique wax. Now, you can get dark wax. What is it? Dark, I have another kind here that I used to use all the time. Let me go grab it because this you can order. Okay, I haven't used this for a long time, but you could use this too. I had this ordered from Amazon. It's chalk teak, like antique, but chalk teak, dark paste wax. So you could also get that. That's at Amazon. All right, let's just start on this beard. This wax comes in clear and dark. So if you don't like it so dark, you can mix the two also. And this in itself is a sealer. So when you wax something like that, it actually is sealing. This has so much texture in the beard. I'm glad I added the extra on the cheeks though too. That really, oops. All right, he's got extra here. I don't know if I should put red on the lips. Maybe. I have pink in the mouth. Maybe a little more pink on. on the lips. I think I just wanted to do that. You could do a little red if you wanted, but I don't want it to stand out completely. Hello, Susan. You gonna say hi yet? Get some of that out of the mouth too, because there's pink in the mouth and I don't want all that wax in there. Just a little. Look at him. Good. Susan, you're gonna go back and get them, aren't you? They're not on sale now, but you know what? We didn't have many in our Walmart when I went there, and I felt like when it goes on sale, it's not going to be there. Hi, baby. Hi. 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 Yeah, isn't that crazy good? I gotta close the door. The wrong one. Yeah, we have like several around here. So I only went to the one yesterday and they only have, I think, like 4. So I picked up 2 because I wanted a before and after. And I'll probably end up making up that other one like this too. There's just so much texture in his hair and beard that's just looks so good. That's why I love waxing on that. Goodness. And then we'll decide on what fur to use. I'm pretty sure I know what one I want to use. Now you're not going to notice much on this red because there's no texture in it, but it's still going to seal it and it'll just give a little bit of a sheen to it. Let's see, there's like a little bit of shine to it now. And so it's giving it a good seal. I'm also very glad I used that bonding boss because it's Dixie Belle bonding boss, because I feel by me scratching on this and wiping as hard as what I really am wiping on it hard. I feel like I probably would have got some paint off if I hadn't used that. But in the past, I mean, I did that one last year, the candle holder, and I didn't have a problem with it, so maybe I might be wrong on that. This is just a really hard brush, and that's kind of why I feel it. Okay, let's do that. Hat next. Oh, that's fun, Rita. You're welcome. It was so funny. He was probably in maybe 4th grade when we did that. That straw sticking out of his flannel. And again, I don't mind that I'm getting it on there just because it's going to be covered. Okay, so now I just have to do the black at the bottom. Again, you're not going to notice a lot on it, but it's going to give it a sheen and it'll seal it. This would be really pretty too, not as the rustic, but you could do all of this and then do like shimmering like rhinestones over for like the wide rhinestone strings. You could do that for on his head here. If you like the shine, you could definitely do that. That would look really pretty with this too. Uh-oh, Rita, is anybody else freezing? I do believe he's wood. I do believe he's like maybe a hollow wood. I don't know. Or I do believe he's wood. I've seen him as ceramic before though too. And you would do the same thing with the ceramic. Goodbye, Lisa. Thanks for watching. All right, so turned out really, really cute. So I'm gonna put it down now. No freezing by you? Okay. That's awesome, Rita. Just get that wax off of me. Okay, get these paints out of here. Okay, let's decide. Oh, I didn't wax the glasses in case I can do that. You know what? Whoever said the gold, you're right. I'm gonna get like a bronzy gold, I think. Brown bronzer too, and I don't know. I don't think this is it. I'm not sure where that is. This is Rich Espresso.
I think that would look pretty with it.
That it won't stand out so much. I do have the champagne gold here too, but I think this will be pretty. Whoops, I almost dipped it in white. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. You can't, just got a little sparkle. I don't think I'm gonna age these either. Okay, after we put the fur on, we'll decide whether or not we want that. Okay, let's get the fur out. So I had one option in mind, but I had changed my mind because I did have this option in mind. It has the variegated running through, but I don't know that I'm a fan of that. It's pretty. My second option is this. Which do you like better? Oh, I almost like the other one better. This one sticks out too much. Thank you, Rita. I do think I like this one better now that I look at it on there. I think so. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so I just want to see how long I have to cut it. Oops. And this side is pretty skinny, so I've got to cut it a little longer. Now with fur, you want to make sure that you're cutting just underneath the backing of it and not the fur itself. or you end up with a big mess and you end up with fur that's cut. I mean, it's not so important with going this direction just because there. Get right up underneath there because it's going to be blended together when I join them in the back. But when I go the long way, well, and actually the long way, I'm going to fold it. The first one meaning this one, right? Yeah. We're going to do that. So I have to cut some of this. Let's see how much I need. Here. Okay, so then I'm going to cut this end off over here. I feel like we're gonna fold like this. We have to make sure it's wide enough. So we're gonna do it actually up here. Okay, so this width here is pretty good. We're gonna get rid of some of this. Now, I'm not as concerned again about cutting the fur right now because we're gonna be flipping it over and gluing. So I'm just gonna cut it right through instead of putzing with it. But if you were gonna have this as an edge, I would definitely take the time and cut it right on the back and not through the whole fur. We're going to fold that up like that. Okay. I'm just putting Beacon 3-in-1. I'm trying to do it in a line here. This side obviously is wider, but that's going to be folded in. It'll all look the same. I just don't want to do too much over there because I needed that width. This has to be a little thinner, yeah. Okay. I think we're going to actually join it, like start it right at the back here. Now, if you want a quick stick, you could use hot glue, but honestly, this is going to stick really fast. This is Beacon 3-in-1, or you could use the Beacon Fabric Tap. Tap right down in there. You could go with a little thinner fur, also like not as wide as what I'm using. Maybe like this. Pretty. Look at how pretty he is. Okay, so here it's going to be too long. We have to cut this. And we're just going to fit that down along there. Yeah, this is my by far favorite glue. This and the Fabric Tech. And it just has such a quick stick to it. Okay. All the way around. You know what? I'm going to put a little bead of glue under here and push that down. Pull it down a little. Okay, I think we're going to be ready to put on, oh, we need to do this little ball. Maybe we need a bigger piece. Now what we're going to do with this, we are going to gather, let's see, I think I have a needle here. We're going to just take, and I don't care again, what this is going to look like right now, just because I'm going to get through it. I'm going to get a little piece of string and a needle. Oh. Now you could do it with a square. It will work with a square. I'm just going to round the corners a little bit, but you could leave them. You would not see it. It doesn't even have to be a perfect square. And I'm going to gather it so that I can tie it around that. Okay, so I'm just doing, this is a running stitch all the way around. You could just glue it on too if you want. If you're in any of my fabric creation classes and you don't know this stitch, you'll learn it. All right, so I'm just gonna pull that. That makes that little hole there. Slide that right on there. I'm just gonna tie it. Okay, there he is. For over on me here. Okay, so now we're just gonna do the bow at the bottom. I do have, so I have this pick, Hobby Lobby. I have these. Now, I don't know where I got these. Oh, actually, I got them at a little, it was a department store. You don't have department stores anymore. It's a department store in a city near me. And they have sometimes things like this. And these snowflakes are so pretty. I think we could do a little one. I have little bells too. Oh, no, a little one like this would be perfect. Thank you, Marjorie. Marjorie, this, I said a little town near me, a little city. It's actually your city. You know what department store I'm talking about. That's where I got this several years ago. Oh my gosh. That's like really pretty on there. What do you think? And I have a tag we're going to make too, because I think the tag is going to hang down. So I just cut a piece of fabric and we're going to put a bow down here. And I think we're going to do this little tag, and I've got a stamp here. It says Merry Christmas. I'm going to push this a little bit. I'm just going to punch a hole in here. Do like a little bit of rough striping on here, and we're going to use this espresso color. I think I'm just going to try and stay towards the ends of it. I could use the walnut. Maybe I'll use the walnut stem, because this you can get. This is from, it's a 10 volts. I'm sure I don't have the red on here. We need the ink. I just want to do a little bit of striping. I'm going to do this Merry Christmas. I think we're going to do this in this aged mahogany. think you'll see that really well. Oh, I didn't grab a block either. Okay, let's try and do it without a block. We're going to leave it right on this plastic. This was from Close to My Heart, which is no longer here. Can't get them anymore. But you can get stamps most anywhere, even thrift stores. So slant it like this. Merry Christmas, so that fits on there. Something harder. I'll just do this. Let's see the Merry Christmas. I know it's backwards for you. Now, if you have your acrylic stamps or rubber stamps, use baby wipes that don't have oil in. These are called the wet wipes. Not wet wipes. Water wipes. They're water wipes. You get them in the baby section. But these larger ones are actually, I think, in the women's section too. Personal hygiene. Okay, so let's do just a tad of this burgundy on the outside too. Just a little on the edges here. Not everywhere either. Okay, let's do the bow. And we'll be done. We'll be done. And we need a button. We'll need that too. We're gonna leave this on here. Remind me. Don't let me forget to put the button on, because otherwise I have to do it when I'm off. All right, so I've got some fabrics here. I have raffia too. I'm debating between raffia and excelsior. And I have these 3 fabrics out. I also have some jute string that I think we're going to add in there too. That would be really pretty. And I have some lace. So let's do some strips. Do two of these. I can always save the rest in another project. So, and I do have an extra one of these here that I can show you when I'm done. Just the before and after. All 3 of these, I believe, are from Hobby Lobby. And they're all homespun, so they look the same front and back. These are my favorite fabrics. I don't think we need as many of this one because we're going to have this one too. Y'all got quiet on me. I got this. I have a little more of this lace here too, so we'll see. And I have the raffia or an Excelsior. I think we might do raffia. Okay, first let's put one of these in, which is what I always forget to do. Okay. Do you like that? Do you like the glasses on him? I don't know that I do. Do you? Do you like the glasses on him? I'm not sure that I do. This is the black side. I think if I do, I'd like it as the black better, but I don't know that I'm sold on the glasses. All right, so let's start off with I debated on doing a refab, but I think we're going to fold it like this. But this will be too short to do that with. You know what? We could do some loose ones too. Who's gonna know, right? Oh, it's snowing by you, Kathy. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay, let's just pull that a little shorter. Okay. I'm going to leave these strings in here. I'm just trying to get it untangled. Let's cut this string there. Okay, let's do this one. I think I want the black last. You like the glasses? What side, Rita? Do you guys, anybody else want to give me an opinion on whether you like the glasses or not? If you like the bronze or the... I need, okay, I do need, you know what? Let's do some wrapping in here. Could do the Excelsior too. That would be pretty. Do I have the raffia or the Excelsior? I want to do both. I'll do the Excelsior. Okay, let's put this back on here. I'm just looking to see if I'm going to want the black. I think I want the black on top. Oh, you know what we could do is we could add some of this in. Could have done that behind here too. Slide down in there. I'll be able to shift that some. Oh, you know what? No, we need one more lace. Changing my mind. Rita, I used to never use it. I used to never use it, but now I love using it. When you do a refab one, I don't usually use it. It just depends. It depends what I'm making. Oh, I feel like a fur all over me. All that fur. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, I hope this isn't too much. I'd rather go big. I can always take some out and redo it. Is that too much? That's sort of pretty though, isn't it? That's sort of pretty. Is that too much? Some of these will. What do you think? No bow, Kathy. One Kathy, beautiful bow, one Kathy, no bow. You put it like right. Oh, I do have a little piece of fur right here too. Okay, I have different bow or no bow. Anybody else? You silent watchers out there? Yes bow, no bow. Say yes or no for the silent watchers. go behind. Okay. Oh, okay, we got a lot of silent watchers that aren't. Okay, we will. We're gonna do a bowl. I think I can tie it down lower. Let me just see. Now, then you're not seeing the pedestal if I have it too high. Let me just see. We might have to make it a little smaller, but I will do that off camera. I would do that off camera because I also thought we could always add a little bit of greens. Yeah, a button, absolutely a button. We could do like little greens in there behind it. And it makes it almost, what do you think if I'm adding the greens behind it? Do you like that better? I think that would be pretty, adding the greens behind. Okay, let's get the snowflake on here. I would have dumped that whole thing. Hello, Barb. I won't tell nobody. Thank you, Barb. Okay, I may end up making this bowl a little bit smaller, but I like it with the green in. And then it'll have a button in there too. You know, we could put a little button on his shoulder. Yes to the greens. It would have to be a dark little button right on his shoulder. I don't know that hot glue will hold it in place. Maybe you have to use a beacon. Do the greens with the berries. Oh, you know, instead of so much bowl, I'm going to play with this. I'm not going to keep y'all on here to do that. But this button is going to be good on the shoulder. Get off of there. Okay, we're going to do that after too. Okay, because I think I got too much glue on there. But transfer in. And I'll debate. We might do a little less because I know what you're saying is if we do otherwise a little bit of the greens down here, not a lot, but some of the greens down here with some of these red berries. So I'll play with that and we'll see what we come up with. Yes, buttons are my signature and we're going to decide where I'm going to put that. It may end up to be on here, but I love this bow. We'll have to use it on something else. It might be a little too big on here. Yeah, it's probably a little too big on here, but we're going to figure it out. So let's do a random act of kindness drawing. We got, okay, I just keep saying is watching, is watching, is watching. There were a bunch of people hopping on and watching. Jackie Hoy, private message me your mailing address. I had to go way back. Private message me your mailing address and I will get you happy mail. Please do a random act of kindness for someone. Yeah, the greens and the berries, I think I'm going to work with that. I might do with some of the lace. So if I do some of the lace and some of the greens with the berries, that might be really pretty too. So, well, I'm going to play with that. I'm not going to keep y'all on to do it, but let me show you the before and after. This is the before. And this is the after. You know what? I don't like this here. It looks like a big chunk of something. I'm going to work on this too. I think I have to make it smaller because it looks like a big just a big chunk of something. So I'm going to work on that too. But I squish these sides up a little. I think we'll be better. But yeah, we'll work on that too. So, all right, I'm going to hop off. I hope you all have a really good one and we'll probably see you back on Monday.